Hello and welcome to the LGCT Global Champions Tour here in Antwerp, in Belgium. And I'm joined by Belgian rider Constant van Paesschen, 21 years of age, last year on the podium here in Antwerp, and again looking for another top finish in one of the early parts of the season. Now, Constant, last year this was one of the really big results for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I had a very good show in Doha, and then we wished to have once the same again, and it happened in Antwerp, and I was really pleased with the way of my horse jumped, and it was really a nice feeling.
You mentioned Doha there. I mean, that was your first five-star Grand Prix, your first on the LGCT Global Champions Tour, and you came fifth overall. You got very close.
Yeah, it was close. I had a time fault because I was a bit slow, but I must say it was a fantastic feeling to be fifth in your first ever Grand Prix in a five-star, and it was amazing.
And from your point of view, I mean, that was a great debut within the sport and really lifted your name very quickly straight into it. Mainly as well, what great performance, but the exuberance of your whole team, the excitement of being there.
Yeah, we have a very nice team, I must say, with my owner. He's a top guy. And we're like a big family, and it's really nice to go to the shows like this and to have some good results. Sometimes you have also a bad one, but that's part of the sport.
I mean, just 21 years of age so far. I mean, you're part of a group now that's coming through globally in terms of young riders, looking at the likes of Bertram Allen, yourself, and a whole host of riders from the United States as well. What's it like to be part of that youth movement?
It's nice. I must say we all go good together, and we're friends, and it's really nice. And we can stay once and have a dinner and drink a glass, and it's an amazing feeling to be all together, and it always goes good, so we are happy.
But do you ever feel that you have a little bit of naivety about the way you attack things in terms of being young? You don't feel any fear yet?
No, okay. We get some confidence at the end when we do some shows, and it's, okay, we like to attack, and we like to attack the other ones also.
But in terms of the older riders, seeing some of those big names that have been there for a long time that take you on each week, the Ludger Beerbams, the John Whitakers, are any of those that you ever feel any intimidation from?
No, I must say if we can beat them, it's still a better feeling that when we beat a friend, and I would love to beat them once all together on one big show, but I'm not sure it's going to happen so soon.
And who are the riders that you watch? I mean, growing up, your father himself, Stanley van Paesschen, a successful Olympic rider himself, your mother as well, a successful rider. I mean, who were the riders that you watched?
When I was a kid, I really appreciated Rodrigo Pessoa.
Yeah.
And I must say now I'm a big fan of Scott. He's an amazing rider. He's an amazing person also, and it's really nice to be with him because he's always honest with you. He will tell you what you need to do if you ask him, and he's really honest, and I really appreciate that.
Who do you turn to when you want advice, apart from obviously your own team?
Oh, probably Scott.
Yeah. Worst people to talk to from that point of view. And in terms of going forward in the sport, I mean, it's trying to build a team of horses now that is a big thing to be keeping up with the amount of horses required to stay at the top level.
It's difficult to have a good team of horses for those shows because every weekend again we go, and it's very difficult and hard to get them and to keep them. And I'm happy I have a very nice team of horses now. Okay, for sure we never have enough horses, but I'm already happy with those I got.
And you mentioned owners in there, Alan van Kampelhoed, one of your big owners with Citizen Guard that we've seen. I mean, he is there supporting very much all the way. He's very much involved.
Yeah, he's really a top guy, and I'm very happy that he gave me the chance last year to grow in the sport, and he did everything for that, and he gave me the horses, and it's something unbelievable, and I can never thank him enough for that.
I mean, last year, tell us about the horse that you rode here last year, and it's returning this year as well.
So I rode last year Citizen Guard Toscan de Saint-Hermel. It's a horse that I got when he was 8 years old, and he has a lot of character, and that's what makes him a real fighter. And last year he did it unbelievable. He was super the whole year long, and I was really happy to have him in my horses, in my group.
You talk about lively and character. He sounds as though you're very well suited together.
Yeah, exactly. Both a bit difficult.
Constant, talking about, I was going to say the early part of your career, we're still very much in the early part of your career at 21, but coming through ponies and in the young rider sections, what was it like being with your father at home when he was competing at the top level?
It was always a nice feeling because we were all riding together still. When I was just a kid, and my brother was also still riding. And then he decided to stop riding, and then I was just like, I think I was 11 years old. And then he tried to give all his knowledge to me, and it was super.
And in terms of advice, I mean, what's the one piece of advice that you take from him that he gave you that's the one key one you remember?
Keep the feet on the ground and try to have the right balance and the right gallop in the arena.
Yeah, yeah. And how much do you think it helps you? I mean, it obviously helps a lot having him on the floor, but having an experienced head on the floor to compete with the best and with your youthful body.
I think it's a big gift that I have, and not many people have the same like I have. And it's amazing to have your father next to you that did everything in the horse sport, and it's just amazing.
And you mentioned your brother competing in those days. I mean, what was that like? Brotherly rivalry.
Yeah, it was tense. I would say we always made some little competitions, and he was always coming out and riding really nice and always saying, I was clear, and then I was always saying, yeah, but I'm gonna go faster anyway. And then I had just some little ponies, and I was going always full speed, and sometimes I beat him.
Have you always had, I mean, when we see you ride, I mean, you ride to win. There is no doubt about that. I mean, what's your mindset? Is that always been your mindset? You go for it? Yeah, and how is that changing as you get older?
I always go for it. It's very difficult for me not to go slow. I really like to win, and I'm a winner. And I was home when I was a kid. We went once to like a winter show, and my mom said, "Don't go fast today." And I said, I won't. And then I was jumping number 6, and then I said, come, I go. So I went, and then my mom, she was really mad when I came out of the arena.
And in terms of your riding and the way your career's gone, I mean, give me a day where you sort of thought, yeah, that didn't quite go to plan. I wanted to win. I really wanted to give it everything, which you always do, and it didn't quite work out. What infuriates you?
That's a difficult one. Like yesterday, I really wanted to win, because I won in Antwerp already 3 years in a row, the first class. And yesterday I said to my dad, I really want to win. And normally it's always together with his birthday, but this year it's today. So that's a bit sad, but okay, I need to try to win today to make him a pleasure, but I'm gonna be so happy. But yesterday I was not so happy with the fact that I couldn't get what I really wanted, and I was mad for sure, and I was disappointed.
But in terms of now going forward, in terms of growing the string of horses, I mean, you and I were talking earlier, I mean, 2 new additions to the string in the last few weeks as well, which is good for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see Zanzibar from the old lodge coming in my stable. I'm happy with that, and also a horse from the same owner as Diamantina, from Stoerderij van der Helden. It's 8 years old, who's called Hamlet van der Donkhoeven. It's a really careful horse, and I hope I can keep him and try to build something on with him.
And Constant, take me back to Doha a couple of years ago, 2013, for the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. As we've already talked about, your first 5-star Grand Prix, jumping clear in the first round. What was going through your mind? What was the mindset there, and how was the rest of the team around you?
So I was really nervous.
Yeah.
And when I went in, I said to my dad, the combination, it was so difficult with the vertical oxer. And I said to my dad, listen, if I have one down, I'm not sure I'm gonna continue. Yeah. And then he said, go on your feeling like you always did, and we'll see how far you're gonna get. And I jumped the combination, and then I said in my own, shit, maybe I can do something here. And then we continued the course, and we're clear, and then it was already unbelievable what we did then, and then after the second round it was unbelievable.
And the agony and the ecstasy, if you like, of that one-time fault. I mean, we saw it, the shots of you know, hand in the air, fantastic, and then the realization that you've got the one time.
Yeah, I was disappointed that I had a time fault, because normally I'm not a rider that has often a time fault, but there I did, unfortunately, but no, okay, we were already so happy that the time fault really didn't matter actually.
And how did that change your perspective in terms of, going forward to the next year, last year, in terms of the 5-star level?
What happened is that I believed in my horse. After Doha, I knew he could do it.
Yeah.
And somehow myself also, and I was really happy that the combination worked out, and that actually last year everything went also how we expected that it was going.
And how hard is it now going forward in terms of, it's almost you've stepped onto the big stage in a big way of now you've got to keep that up?
It's difficult. Like I said, it's very hard to stay in that top level and to stay in the top 30. And yeah, it's gonna be hard to stay there. I know that already today. It's hard to come there, but I think it's still harder to stay there. And it's difficult, but that sport, we are doing top sport, so it's normal.
And in terms of your nerves now, how are your nerves in a Grand Prix?
Better than before. Before it was hard for me to eat before the Grand Prix, but now I'm relaxed.
And what do you do to relax? What do you do outside the sport?
Yeah, nothing much. Normally every Monday I was going to play some football, but my mom said I couldn't anymore, so no football anymore for me. So the other days, yeah, what I do, I go to my girlfriend or I stay home and we have nice dinner with family.
And just live a normal life from that point of view. Because you've got all of your family around you, well, a large part of it, back at home, haven't you?
Yeah, my grandma lives next to us, so it's nice. She's always cleaning my dirty white pants. So my mom is not allowed to do them. And then I have my brother who is close by us, and then my parents, my granddad, and my other grandma lives close by here in Antwerp. So.
And what's it like for your owners being a part of the Longines Global Champions Tour? I mean, we know they come along and have a great time.
Yeah, they have really a very good time, because last year I got in thanks to him, and this year we are here, and he still keeps going for a nice little table, and it's amazing. He finds it's fantastic for him to be here.
Well, we often see Alan actually standing at the front of the hospitality. He's there, very visible from that point of view. But that's great for the sport.
Yeah. It's super, and I think it's a good image for the sport also, that they see that the owners are really into it, and I think it's very good actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, good luck this week in Antwerp. We hope all goes well, and maybe another podium finish. You never know, and maybe even this is the one where you take this one. It'd be great to have a home victory.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, huge thanks to Constant van Paesschen, and well, we're going to join all the action as well this week here from the Longines Global Champions Tour here in Antwerp.